Good day and bonjour. I'm your presentatrice, Alima P., and I'm presenting the latest episode of Positive African News. Please stay tuned. The first story that I am presenting today comes out of the small West African nation known as the Gambia. The story is about Gambian families who have presented to sue at the Gambian High Court the Indian pharmaceutical company known as Maiden Pharmaceuticals, who manufactured four cough syrups linked to the death of over 70 children in the region who died from acute kidney failure, the children being mostly babies and toddlers. The families are also suing the Gambian Health Ministry and Atlantic Pharmaceuticals. They're suing for a $250,000 compensation for each of the 20 children being represented in court. Best of luck to those families. Cannot replace the lost children, but hopefully it can help make their lives a little better economically. Secondly, I present to you a wonderful story coming out of Eastern Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo to be specific, in the region known as Goma, as it's held its ninth annual Liputa fashion show featuring designers from all over our continent, hailing from countries such as Senegal, Cameroon, Burundi, and Central African Republic. This fashion show is held for peace, positivity, and unity, both internally and externally, showcasing national and continental talent, and also representing peaceful coexistence. I would love to attend this event, and I'm sure you all would too. Despite what Western news outlets are showing, there is a lot of positivity happening on our continent, as this next story exemplifies, about Salma Al Majidi, whose story really started 5 years ago, being the first female football coach in Africa. She is the first female Arab Sudanese coach of African descent, and her story started, incredibly, getting rocks and having insults thrown at her at the beginning of her coaching career. Ironically, her husband is her assistant coach. They often would practice together. And unfortunately, due to the conflict going on in Sudan, earlier this year, they had to flee to Egypt around April. But let's be sure that we'll hear more from her. We'll definitely hear more from her. I'm excited to present the final story of this episode of Positive African News. This story hails from Rwanda, and it is about a young woman named Queen Kilimpinya, who is making waves in the Rwandan and East African rally car driving scene. She's the first female rally car driver, and she started as a co-driver, which she did for 3 years, and moved her way up to the driver's seat. Right now, she works in the fashion industry as a personal assistant to the clothing manufacturer called Asante. And a fun fact about her is that she was a third runner-up for Miss Rwanda. So we can clearly see that women are really stepping up globally, and especially on the African continent. So let's keep our ears and eyes open to hear more about this young woman. This is the end of the second episode of Positive African News. Once again, I'm your host, Alima P. Happy to present to you, and I'll see you all next time. Please take care.